Welcome to Nuggets for Christian Living with the Sanctuary Fellowship. All scripture is from the New King James Version of the Bible, unless otherwise specified. Today I want to share with you a desire, a dream I hope to experience before I pass on, and hopefully more than once. It is this: that we will have services where there is no program, that is not formal, and the focus is not the preaching of the word. It is a service where we will come together with our families, natural and spiritual, and spend the day in fellowship, breaking bread together, and possibly having communion as well. Not because it's a holiday, or an anniversary of the ministry, or any other special occasion, just a regular service day. I believe we don't fully understand the importance and significance of us fellowshipping together. It is something we talk about, but don't really make it an important part of our ministries. But God, in His infinite wisdom, made a point to share with us that this was a normal part of the early believers' life. And they continued steadfastly in the apostles' doctrine and in fellowship, in the breaking of bread and in prayers. Then fear came upon every soul, and many wonders and signs were done through the apostles. Now all who believed were together, and had all things in common, and sold their possessions and goods, and divided them among all, as anyone had need. So continuing daily with one accord in the temple, and breaking bread from house to house, they ate their food with gladness and simplicity of heart, praising God and having favor with all the people. And the Lord added to the church daily those who were being saved. Acts 2:42-47. Now we normally hear about verses 44 and 45, about them having all things in common and selling their possessions. My focus is the better part, that they came together frequently in one accord, sharing food with gladness and simplicity of heart. I am sure the word was shared, but it was not the focus. The focus was coming together in one accord. Now there are ministries that have a time of fellowship after the service. That is not what I am talking about. I am talking about the fellowship being the service. How does that work, you may be wondering? God tells us, "How is it then, brethren, whenever you come together, each of you has a psalm, has a teaching, has a tongue, has a revelation, has an interpretation? Let all things be done for edification." 1 Corinthians 14:26. This fellowship was a normal practice of the early believers that present-day believers don't practice as much, because the things in our lives are deemed more important. Because we don't understand fellowship's importance to believers, ministries don't recognize the importance of scheduling it regularly as a service. Rather, it has become a side dish rather than the main course. In verses 46 and 47 of Acts 2, in the Amplified, it relates to us the benefit of the believers having this practice. And day after day they regularly assembled in the temple with united purpose, and in their homes they broke bread, including the Lord's Supper. They partook of their food with gladness and simplicity and generous hearts, constantly praising God and being in favor and goodwill with all the people. And the Lord kept adding to their numbers daily those who were being saved from spiritual death. It relates to us that the practice of the believers regularly fellowshipping in this manner gave them the favor of all the people, and the Lord kept adding to their numbers those who were being saved. The practice of fellowship has the potential of drawing the unsaved to the Lord. By this shall all men know that you are my disciples, if you love one another, if you keep on showing love among yourselves. John 13:35, the Amplified Version. This is why I said our unsaved family members or loved ones should be part of our fellowship, that they will have an opportunity to experience the love of God in action among His people. They are not only hearing about God's love, they will experience it. They will see it with their own eyes, giving the Lord an opportunity to add souls to His kingdom. When we lift up Jesus together in fellowship, God has an opportunity to draw men and women who may not be willing to come to a traditional service. This is my longing, my dream, of us being in a service that is not constrained by time, where God's people and their families can come together and glorify God in true worship. Thank you for joining Nuggets for Christian Living with the Sanctuary Fellowship.